Start recording. So this week I was wondering, what should I encourage you guys with as we face about the middle of the week and getting ready for the weekend? And I began to think about sports. Both of my boys are doing sports this fall, and one of the things that they will come back and talk about is how the coaches have them do drills over and over again. And I got to thinking about that. It's important in sports to do the basics and to go back to the basics because it's what strengthens a player in the sport of their choice. But I began to think about that, and what is it in the Christian walk that we need to be going back to? And I began to think about that, and I began to think, what are some of the basics? And I think of Jesus when asked, what is the greatest commandment? He gives the response that it's to love God with all your heart, with all your soul, your mind, and your strength. Love your neighbor as yourself. I began to think if there was two passages or a passage that I could give you to kind of go back to the basics, it would be Romans 12 and 13. Those two chapters summarized right there. If Christians could grasp those two chapters in their lives, it would be amazing just the impact that they would have on their day-to-day basis. So I encourage you, take a moment, sit down, maybe this evening, maybe in the morning, read over Romans 12 and 13 and think about what is it in those chapters that you could implement in your life. Going back to the basics, what could you practice over and over to get better? Until next week.